Whilst an underwater drone entered the ominous depths of Devil's Hole, no one ought to have predicted the chilling revelations that would comply with. As the drone descended into the inky darkness, its cameras captured something so unnerving that it left scientists in a state of shock. What changed into captured terrifies the entire international, shaking our information of what lies beneath the floor. The eerie readings have sparked fear and fascination. The reveals show that a few mysteries are terrifying, past something we should have imagined. Devil's Hole is not your common natural marvel located in the arid expanse of Death Valley National Park in Nevada. This mysterious chasm has long been a source of thriller. Its name on my own inspires a feel of foreboding, and for true reason. Devil's Hole is an underwater cave system, so deep and enigmatic that even the maximum pro explorers method with trepidation. The doorway to Devil's Hole is deceptively easy. A slim opening approximately 8 ft wide and 60 feet long, leading into an almost unfathomable aquatic abyss. However, past this unassuming portal lies an international that stays largely unexplored. The water is uncommon, extraordinary blue, clear enough to offer glimpses of the caverns beneath, yet dark and deep enough to hide its maximum terrifying secrets. It is said that once you dive into Devil's Hole, you by no means recognize what you might discover, or if you may even return for CES. This geological anomaly has intrigued those who have encountered it. Native American legends talked about the hole as a sacred region, a portal to the underworld. Early explorers and settlers had been captivated by using its eerie beauty and unknown depths. They documented their stories and delivered to the growing lore surrounding Devil's Complete. Notwithstanding numerous tries to map the cave system, the whole quantity of Devil's Hole remains a mystery to this day. Researchers have ventured down nearly 450 toes, but estimates suggest there could be a further 150 to 900 toes more before reaching the lowest, a feat that no one has yet dared to attain. What makes Devil's Hole even extra interesting is its connection to the Earth's seismic hobby. The cavern's waters are so sensitive that they react to earthquakes happening lots of miles away. In 2010, a magnitude 7.4 earthquake in Mexico prompted a chain of waves inside Devil's Hole, almost draining the pool absolutely. Earlier than it refilled, this phenomenon has led scientists to speculate that Devil's Hole is part of a far larger interconnected water system that stretches across continents, probably linking to different underwater caves around the world today. Devil's Hole is a blanketed vicinity. It is monitored with the aid of the National Park Service and numerous clinical agencies, but its allure has no longer faded. The recent deployment of an underwater drone to discover its depths is simply the present-day chapter in a long record of tries to release its mysteries. As the drone ventured into the darkness, scientists and adventurers questioned what new discoveries might emerge from the abyss. And what became eventually captured terrifies the complete world, leaving us to question simply how tons we definitely realize approximately the planet we name domestic. Why an underwater? Drone technology, while divers can usually attain depths of numerous hundred feet, the extreme pressures, slender passages, and the sheer unpredictability of the environment in Devil's Hole make it impossible to explore the deeper recesses without putting lives at critical threat. In addition, the mental demanding situations of diving in such remoted and claustrophobic surroundings, our titanic panic and disorientation, are real threats even the most seasoned divers can locate themselves. Overwhelmed, the history of Devil's Hole is plagued by memories of experienced divers who entered its depths never to return, underscoring the need for a different approach underwater. Drones are designed to navigate the most harsh underwater environments, plus they're geared up with high-def cameras, sonar structures, measuring equipment, and powerful lighting fixtures that could penetrate the darkest of waters. In contrast to human divers, drones are not restrained by way of oxygen supply, bodily staying power, or the mental strain of deep-sea exploration. They are able to perform for extended durations, reach depths, and explore areas that might be impossible for people. The drone used inside the Satan's entire day trip turned into one of the maximum superior of its kind capable of. With ways of communication like ambient stations within object and mist, and abilities fully understood and felt at higher speed, They are able to provide comfortable life for its crew and minimal safety. Ready with today's navigation systems, it turned into, in particular, designed to handle the unique demanding situations posed by way of Devil's Hole. The drone's cameras supplied real-time photos, allowing researchers to screen its progress and make changes as needed. Its lighting fixtures illuminated the pitch-black environment, revealing the geological functions in 7.2 hidden passageways that had by no means been visible before. Additionally, the drone sonar structures map the cave device in detail, developing a dimensional version of the underwater terrain, and diverse, specialized measuring systems would offer information about the environment nobody had ever set eyes on. One of the key benefits of the use of an underwater drone is its ability to enter slim, confined areas that might be too dangerous for a human diver. Devil's Hole is notorious for its tight passageways. Some are only some feet extensive. Devil's Hole, as a part of Death Valley Park, issued a brief announcement, acknowledging the phenomena but downplaying their importance, consistent with the legit statement. The drone footage and readings had been being studied with the aid of experts. The announcement also emphasized that Devil's Hole remained a covered location and that similarly, exploration would be performed 23 times. 16. Under strict tips to make sure safety and renovation. However, this measured response did little to quell the growing hypothesis. Many pointed out the government's records of secrecy surrounding other unexplained phenomena. Along with UFO sightings and the notorious Area 51, the lack of designated statistics within the official assertion most effective fueled suspicions that something greater, giant, turned into being concealed. Critics argued that the authorities turned into withholding vital information about the findings, probably to keep away from public panic, or to conduct its very own investigations in mystery. Adding to the intrigue were reports of accelerated security around Devil's Hole in the days following the release of the drone pictures and readings. Eyewitnesses claimed to have visible unmarked vehicles and government officers in the region. This led to an addition speculation that something being blanketed up if it were actual. This will be terrifying. These reports had been of route unverified. However, they nonetheless contributed to the developing narrative that the government became hiding 24. 16. The continuing debate over what must be carried out with the drone readings is still a factor of contention. Some propose for whole transparency. They entreated the authorities to launch all available statistics and permit unbiased researchers to observe the discoveries others, but argue that sure records should be withheld to save you public panic or to defend national security interests. Whether or not or no longer there is a cover-up stays an open question. But one aspect is obvious. The secrets and techniques of Devil's Entire are not effortlessly contained, and what changed into captured terrifies the whole global too. Now, not just because of what was seen, however, due to what might nonetheless be hidden. Do you agree with there is probably more discoveries in Devil's Hole than we are being instructed, that there's an ugly cowl-up occurring? Tell us what you believe you studied inside, the feedback we might love to listen. For now, even though we're done, sees you in the next video.